Welcome to FOH. On our new equipment this week. The picture should be better, the sound should be better.
The direction not. Oh, he's been on the deck with headphones running up and down like a kid at Christmas.
I think it's working. I don't know. It does say we're recording there.
You're now watching last week's again.
Montecristo number 1. Box code is ESL November 18. Go.
If we're doing 2 cigars, can't we do the fat little...
No, we're doing that one second. This is a milder cigar, I believe. It's a milder cigar, and it's a little bit more complex cigar. And I want you at your best.
I just wanted something to look forward to.
Arsenal won.
Chopped off
Arsenal
thumbs.
won on the weekend. You must be thrilled with that.
Oh, and
the Redskins won their trial match, didn't they? No.
I'm sorry, which decade are we in?
Oh, okay. No. All right. So 1 out of 2 is not bad. Glorious little cigar. Monty 1. That's a beautiful. Feel that in the hand. Yeah, feel that in the hand. But to me, it's been one of the stars the last 18 months. The Monty 1s. Let's hope this one holds up. ESL has been one of the star box codes of the last 18 months as well. So, all in all, I think we're in for a bit of a treat. What's your draw like? You seem disappointed. Why? Is it because it doesn't have a second band?
No. God, no, I love these. That's why I want something to look forward to. I want to get the thing that's this long out of the way first.
I brought the whole box. You can have another one later.
Okay. I feel happier now.
I like. But... But that shows you how easy it is to change his mood, yeah? It's like a 5-year-old.
Yeah. The other thing that does it is when the door shuts on his way out.
I just need you to check the drawer. We've worked out it's a beautiful wrap-up. It's lovely, silky Colorado, just short of Colorado Maduro. It is maybe just a bit of Colorado Rosado, and that's gorgeous. My drawer is perfect.
Have you ever sat on this deck and not had a perfect drawer?
No, because I really take a bit of time selecting my cigars. As you do as well.
Selecting one of them?
How come it takes you 10 minutes to cut a cigar, but about 2 seconds to light it? I mean,
it doesn't take me 2 seconds, only when you're here, because it shuts you up and annoys you. Not that I'd ever do anything to annoy you deliberately.
Look at your routine to light. What's the draw like?
I'm about to try it.
Oh, God.
Bit left-hand side.
Perfect. That means it's perfect. We'll be back to you at the end of the first third. All right, Kenny, first third.
I just got to ask though, how's the new equipment going?
I love it. So good.
It's got this wonderful remote link-up thingy, which works if he goes and stands right next to the camera and goes click, click, click into it.
Well, so I want a remote control that works. Anyway.
We're now on manual.
Shut up. Hey, first third, Monty 1.
Well, I've been watching you fiddle, so I've gone past that, but lovely, absolutely lovely. It's really, if this had been handed to me blind, except for the fact that it's so thin, you'd think limited edition. That lovely chocolatey...
It's better than a lot of limited editions we've been getting.
It's that chocolatey loveliness.
We've been calling it out now for a while, guys, that the Monty 1s, last 12 months specifically, have just been a dream of a cigar. The cocoa, the cream, the...
It is. It's that...
you know those coffee scrolls?
Chocolate sort of...
Those coffee scrolls, those little coffee scrolls, little biscuits, which are... They've got chocolate and a little bit of vanilla on them. That's what they taste like. No?
Possibly.
You're not very helpful.
I'm sorry.
What are you here for?
Not sure what because I don't know. I'll leave if you like. I don't know what a coffee scroll is.
Now you go to a coffee shop on occasion. They put those couple of little hard little circular like straws. Yeah. That's the flavour I'm getting through here.
Okay, I'm not.
All right. That'd be vicious.
What am I supposed to say? Yeah,
what are you getting?
Absolutely.
What are you getting?
I'm told we're getting this lovely molten chocolate character, and it's dark coffee, coffee beans. It's that real richness, the cocoa powder and so forth.
It's good, isn't it?
Absolutely, fantastic. I love it.
We'll be back to you at the end of the second third.
Technology permitting. Sorry.
Welcome back. Second third, Kenny. It hasn't changed too much.
He's very pleased because he got it to work. It's all manual now. He didn't even pick up the remote. No, it's. I mean, it's one of those cigars. In not changing, that's not a bad thing because it's such a good height.
I'm sorry, but it's such a good cigar that there's no requirement. I don't want it to change.
No, exactly.
You
just keep going like this, and we're very happy.
They're doing some good cigars. Late 2018. Second half of 18, early 19, so doing some really good cigars, Kenny, and just really good cigars in bricks and mortar cigars, regular production cigars.
For me, it's got more cocoa powder, raw chocolate in the way.
It's showing a bit of its youth. Just a little bit of
but
its
I'm
youth.
not saying that's as a criticism. That's just what it's looking like now.
It's what it should be showing.
Yeah, I'm more than happy.
My God, I'd put a box of these away for 5 or 10, wouldn't you?
Oh, Lotto comes in. And
well, the thing is, they're not that expensive. I mean, you could buy this online, yeah, and you're not spending huge amounts of dosh.
Are we talking Australian or general?
No, who in Australia buys out of Australia anymore? Seriously, you buy overseas and get it shipped in. It's perfect. Really, they don't cost that much.
No, I'd be very happy with it.
And I'm not sure I'll be chasing $500 and $600 box of cigars when there's cigars like this out there.
Well, I can understand people. Look, people like variety. People have their favourites, and there are people who don't like the Montecristos. Well, good luck to them. But
okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Monty ones, the current D4s. You've got.
You can say the current D4s. When has D4 not been good?
The current D4s are above good. They're at another level at the moment. Current Monty 2s. We haven't done one for a little while, I don't think.
For ages.
So I'll bring a current Monty 2 out for you shortly.
I've got a box, I think it's 06, that I pull one out every now and again.
You know, Bolivar Royal Coronas, current Bolivars, just another level again, which is, you could make a regular rotation mix that is as good as anything you'll get in say a regional mix.
Well, I mean, yeah, regionals to me are
that's
up down.
Unfair. Look, you can make it. Look, they are. But you can put together that. It's very hard. Then you hit a regional that Chris's regional was fantastic. The Porto Ladonyaga Corona that we had was superb.
Well, I've been having those Porlarunga Bellicosis, which are
excellent as well. So. Look, there are plenty of other great cigars, but the problem is you're paying for them. That El Rey del Mundo Tainos that we had a couple of weeks back, superb cigar, but they're $29.80 a stick. Yeah, so you're paying for $25, $745, and I think for a 10 box, they're worthwhile having a buy. But these things here, at the moment, it's good. They're a good find.
Oh, and look, if you're a fan of the LEs, this is almost no-brainer. To me, because
we had the Anahado Churchill last week. What would you rather smoke?
Oh, seriously? Oh. Well, particularly the one I had, which is 3 pot plants. The rest of it's 3 pot plants down to the left.
It's
and it must have been a brick because weather, sun, water. It's
probably got better.
It couldn't get any worse.
It's aging.
Well, I'm just hoping it doesn't grow more.
We'll be back in the last third. And Kenny, we're back.
I never went anywhere. I've been here the whole time.
Conversation went everywhere.
There's not a world problem we haven't solved.
Oh, it's a beautiful thing about cigars, isn't it? Really? Let's wrap this up. For me, I'm going to start. Superb 92, 93 point cigar for me, and with huge upside for the next 5-6 years.
The first half, 2/3, I'd have been 94, 95. The last third or so, it's needed a little bit of attention, and it probably hasn't got the same richness of flavour. But it's a young cigar.
It's late 18, Well, here we are. So it's under 12 months of age, well and truly.
I'm happy with sort of around about 93 overall.
Yeah, so 92, 93 guys, and pick them up at PSP HQ. HQ is great for these. Only because we've got some. These are HQ cigars, yeah. That wrapper is great.
Ones?
Yeah, they're good. Yeah.
No, but I never. You
got no idea. Most people don't have any.
No, not a clue.
So
is PSP higher or lower than HQ?
PSP is just a touch higher.
Okay.
And it's only a touch high in terms of probably. I don't think there's any difference in construction between PSP and HQ. It's just a wrapper's just a little bit richer, but these will be HQ.
Way more expensive.
Not really.
No.
Not really at all. But yeah, 92, 93, and a must, I think, for people who love that Montecristo profile, which is that cocoa, creamy profile, a little bit of coffee in there. If you love that profile in a cigar, then these should be on your radar. Look, they're not jawbreakers at all. They're just gorgeous cigars, and if you're into your Coronas and Corona Gordas and your PCs, you're gonna love these. Hang out.
It almost makes. I mean, if you think of the Monty range, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, umpteen, the 2s are obviously massively popular around the world. The 4s are
hugely popular,
yep.
and really going well.
1s fly under the radar. You wonder why. I mean,
I can tell you why. Because back in 98, 99, 2000, etc. There, I mean, Monty ones were plugathons. There was so many plug cigars in the Monty. They just couldn't get it right, and people lose interest in that. And then Cuban cigars had such a poor reputation in those years, and it lasted for a few years post that. That people didn't want to take a risk on a smaller gauge cigar because you can't send them back really. And Robustos and larger were much less troublesome in terms of draw, in terms of construction.
But I mean, so you look at the guys who've come into cigars from say 05, when things have
picked up.
I mean, if I was coming into cigars at that stage and you try the 4s, you try the 2s, I'd be wanting to try the whole range, thinking, hey, I love these, what about these others? And so I'm just surprised that they've sort of continued to bubble along well below.
Yeah, true, but they're just, you know,
people don't appreciate.
They're not sexy.
No.
They're not sexy. And they don't have a second band. And, you know, they're just not sexy.
I'd rather a cabinet of them with no bands. Wouldn't that look great?
Cabinet of 50 of these with no bands, throw them away, pick up one every couple of cabinets, pick up one every 3 weeks or so. Perfect. For me.
Well, I was thinking one a year, but
I
couldn't quite smoke 50 cigars in 3 weeks.
No, one. You pick up one every 3 weeks. One of these every 3 weeks.
Oh, one cigar.
Yeah, you put it into your rotation,
yeah,
your monthly rotation.
But you bought one cabinet once a year. You'd have this, and they'd be aging, and
yeah. Well, that's it. If you see one of these, if you see no, actually, I was going to say if you see one that come up on FOH auctions, that's got say 4 or 5 years on it. You know, most of the stuff that's come through FOH auctions is decent quality because a lot of it's been PSP HQ stuff that's been put away. So if you see that, pick them up because you're not paying a great deal extra. You might be paying an extra 60, 70 bucks, and it's got that extra 3 or 4 years on it. So, which is, I think these will be perfect in that period of time. I'm looking forward to 2022 around that period for some of the great stock that we've seen in 18, late 18 and 19 that so far. I think we're going to be in for a treat.
Well, fingers crossed that the quality maintains itself right through.
The quality this year's been superb. We're in August now, so you can sort of start making that call. The 2019, last half of 2018 stock has been excellent.
Is that because of what happened in the tobacco fields, or?
I think they've got better quality tobacco to work with, certainly, but also I've noticed the construction's improved quite dramatically. And I don't know, they're not making a lot of cigars. I mean, best estimates, I'd say Cuba's currently making between 60 and 70 million cigars.
That's well down, though.
It is well down. It is well down. But, you know, it's well down because back in 1998, 99, they made 160 million cigars. Which caused all the dramas back in that period of time. So right now, they just ran out of quality tobacco there for a period of time in the last 2 years.
One of the early trips, I think it was when I went with you, and I went along to, they were doing a press conference. They had all the officials of Habanos up on stage, and we were all sitting there. I don't think you came to this, sitting there, and they talking about the industry and where it's going and what's happening and all of this, and they're all getting up and saying how wonderful it all is, and taking
Same
questions.
speech every year.
Well, I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
But what they did stress was from now on, it's transparency. Absolutely, there'll be nothing hidden. Open. You ask us any question, we will give you the honest answer. So this bloke stuck up his hand. Can you tell us how many cigars you've made this year? Yes, sir. We are open transparency. There is not a problem. We will tell you everything. What's the answer? We have made more than last year, but not as many as next year. And sat down. That was the answer.
Yeah. Transparent Habanos doesn't really go
I thought
well.
that was priceless.
Yeah,
that's better than the champagne makers. They just...
No, they're a special crew, the Habanos SA executives. Until next week, hasta luego. Cheers.
Have you got to, I mean, just look at our three.
We're actually on now, Ken.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, work it to get more people looking at it, which is the main thing. As long as you get more people looking at it. Well, they don't do them in cabinets, do they?